a little further.
You gotta stop thinking you know what's best, what's right. No one knows what's best and what's right. We all got specialties and areas of expertise, but like I don't know shit about growing carrots. I'll eat them, but I don't know when you're supposed to cut the tops off or replant them.
That's not how you grow carrots.
See? I don't know shit about this stuff, but I can set up a power grid and repair those turrets. We all have jobs to do, but that doesn't mean we need to stay in our lane and not try to learn from each other. If only one of us knows how to grow the food and we lose that person, we lose that knowledge. We gotta respect and trust and learn from one another. And if someone feels like they're doing too much or not being listened to, we need to figure out if that's real, or if they're just full of shit and a pain in my ass. Not to get all hippy-dippy on you, but we're a community. We need to build each other up. There are enough things out there trying to tear us down.
You hacked your teacher's car?
It's not like that.
What the fuck did you do, Theo?
I just tried to access the door locks. I messed up and accidentally put it into gear. It's not my fault he parked by a lake.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Why the hell would you do something like this?
Midterm grades were just posted, and there's no way I'm fourth in the class.
So you break into your teacher's car?
I saw the term paper sitting on his back seat. I thought if I read them, I could prove he was marking me down because he doesn't like me.
You think this teacher's got it out for you?
I think someone bought him off. There's no way I'm fourth. So, I used my phone to hack his car and get the proof I needed.
Jesus Christ, Theo. I'm calling your psychiatrist.
Keener, come in.
This is Keener. What are we looking at, Theo?
2 guards on regular rotations, 6-hour shifts. They're JTF, not agents. Should be easy enough to handle.
Perimeter?
Roaming patrols every hour. 4 to 6 man squads. Again, shouldn't be a problem.
And the building?
Isaac had the schematics for the building. I've mapped out a clear path to where Conley should plant the payload to do maximum damage to the building's infrastructure.
Great work, Theo. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Father, didn't expect to see you here this late. I might say the same thing about you, Captain. This is the only time I can get some reading done. Well, don't let me bother you. I'm just filing some papers. That won't be long. Oh, I don't mind the company. How are you holding up? It's hard, but we have to keep going. You're not helping anyone if you burn yourself out. You need to take a break once in a while. Of course. I'll just finish this and go straight to bed. If you need help falling asleep, I've got a nightcap for you. Tolstoy? Great storyteller. But on most nights, all I need is 2 pages and I'll be off to the land of Nod. Figuratively, of course. Thanks, Father. Have a good night.
It's complete bullshit. They think we're disposable.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Sure you do. Before you were activated, I bet you were one of those assholes with an expensive car, a compound in the Hamptons, and a 2-story apartment overlooking Central Park.
I was never one of those guys. I had a studio in Soho, same place I had when I first moved to New York.
But you were making like hundreds of thousands of dollars a year.
It wasn't about the money. It was about controlling the people with the money. I could make a billionaire invest in a small company, save a town, close a competitor that was really a front for a cartel.
God, everything was so fucked up. It was just criminals protecting criminals, and now we can see what people are really worth.
Yes, we can. How's the hunt going? You get any new leads for my intel?
You were right. There's so much shit to uncover. Did you know that Mendez didn't commit suicide?
Oh, yeah, that's clearly a hit.
You think the same people are responsible for my dad?
It's possible. Your dad and Ellis never really saw eye to eye. He wasn't the kind of man you could easily control or manipulate, unlike Ellis.
I didn't think Ellis had that much power.
Well, he's president now. He's always been ambitious. Wouldn't surprise me if he felt threatened by your dad, worried about him taking speaker in the next election cycle if the majority turned.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Theo, if you're not too busy, I could use your help with something.
Sure. What do you need?
Do Do you think you'll be able to hack
Electronic
and
device detected.
reprogram an encrypted guidance system?
Well, I can try. You know I love a challenge.
How's it going?
Good. Drag-up's parts were in pretty good shape. Just need to mill some new fittings and we should be good to go.
Well, what do you need?
The good way or the shitty way?
The shitty way.
Find me some sheet metal and a soldering iron and I can make some hinges and a new cone.
And the good way?
Get me access to a CNC or metal lathe and I can grind a new one.
I'll see what I can do.
I know you're working with someone.
Careful, Faye. You don't want to make Isaac upset. He hit me like that again, he'll think you've gone rogue. You teamed up with
Heavily
the
armed
JTF.
hostile house guarding
We do what
location
we have to.
nearby.
You got a concussion?
You're the one who isn't thinking straight. What's your mission, Agent? To save what remains?
To ensure survival. That we live on. That when we finally get back on our feet, there is something left to stand on.
Cool story, Faye. And how's that working out for you?
It's hard, but we're stable.
Sure. For now. What about next week? Or the week after? Or when you haven't had a Sarah delivery for months and the medicine runs out and the people who work together so well right now turn on one another? What are you gonna do then, Faye?
We will adapt. We will work together and find a way to move forward.
And when they steal your tech and turn your turrets against you, what'll you do then, Faye?
What I have to, Alicia.
I'm doing the same. You're not there yet, but you'll see we're the same.
I'm not like you. I'm not a traitor.
I'm not a traitor. I'm effective. I can see where this is going and who can actually make a change. You'll figure it out eventually. Or you'll die. Either way, my boys will find me soon enough and then you'll need to make a choice.
What choice is that?
To let me go. Or see if you're good enough to take on my team.
Faye. I'm sorry about Heather.
We shouldn't have cut back on patrols.
We couldn't have known this would happen.
You couldn't have known. I told you this would happen. And now,
Do you need anything?
the goddamn fucking time machine.
Best I can do is whiskey. I found a bottle last week.
Drinking isn't gonna bring my sister back.
No, but it might help you forget. Until it doesn't sting as much.
Give me the bottle. Congressman Parnell, do you have anything to say about Professor Spencer's recent allegations regarding your son, Theo?
I have nothing further to add. As I stated in my press release, these allegations are completely unfounded.
Professor Spencer shared his car's data logs with us this morning, which suggests that the software indeed was tampered with. It corroborates his story.
Which has nothing to do with my son. Now, if you'll excuse me.
4 months ago, your son posted hacking tutorials online, several of which featured similar car systems being cracked. Videos that have since been removed.
Look, I know my son. He's a smart, clever boy. He likes to pick things apart to see how they work. But he's a respectful, honorable, and kind young man.
Have you seen the video Theo posted of the accident?
I am confident that he will be fully exonerated. Thank you. Any updates for me, Theo?
The system's a mess. I got into the code base easy enough thanks to Isaac, but it's gonna take a little longer until I can build a control interface.
How much longer?
Ideally, I need a week.
We don't have a week.
Okay, I could probably cut that down to 5 days.
Keep at it. Give me an update tomorrow.
We also have an issue with remote access. With most cell towers out of commission, we have to rely on satellites, and well, those systems aren't really being maintained.
What do you need?
A command center. Somewhere remote. Hard to get to would be ideal. Abandoned would be best.
I got a place. Give me the specs and I'll set you up. You figure out what happened to your dad?
No. Isaac has access to every database known to the U.S. government. I'm still getting stonewalled.
Isaac's got restrictions. Clearance levels that you can't access. There's still plenty of the powers that be don't want you to know.
Like, what really happened?
The first wave.
Yeah.
Everything's a rumor, but we've got cameras and mics everywhere. It shouldn't be this hard to find out the truth.
It's only hard when they want it to be hard.
So it's true. They left you to die? Cut their losses because we're expendable?
Yeah, that's the fine print on the contract. We are the last line of defense when the shit hits the fan. But really, they're just using us to shield them from the shit.
I wish I knew who they are.
Well, they're easy to spot. Just look for who's still clean. Who still has resources that they shouldn't have.
You think the same people behind my dad's death are responsible for the first wave?
I wouldn't be surprised. Everyone has secrets, Theo. And the kind of people who can keep what happened to your dad's secret have friends in high places. But if you really want to know what happened, I can help you. I got friends in higher places.
Why did you kill them? Why? They didn't give us much choice, did they? Should have let us in. There were kids in there. Yeah, well, that was a mercy. You murdered firefighters and their families. For what? Some supplies? Or did you get off on killing kids? A bit of both, honestly. You're one too, aren't you? A fireman? You think that bullshit matters when things are the way they are? You think anybody gives a shit about New York's bravest?
I care.
Man, what the fuck? Shit! Division! I see you hiding back there. You come out here before I get impatient. That's better. Just the two of y'all?
What do you want?
For you to answer my question.
My husband and his friends are coming back any minute.
Oh, well, maybe I should go. Wouldn't want them getting the wrong idea. Then again, I've got friends too. Here they are now. Let's see. Now, is that your husband? Or one of his buddies? You touch them, you're dead.
You married a good one. This is Agent Aaron Keener, reporting in from DZ-02. The JTF has pulled out and are preparing a retreat from Manhattan. Any agents who are still alive know that we are on our own. That's fine. We don't need the JTF. We don't even need the division or the government's permission to do what has to be done. We were trained for this. To complete the mission against all odds. To ensure the continuity of government. To save what remains. But what kind of mission is that? The government doesn't care about us. We're expendable, sure, but they have carelessly thrown us aside for no reason. And why should we sacrifice ourselves for state that doesn't deserve it? We should all take a moment to reflect on that and ask if the mission still stands. Me, I'm not so sure anymore.
Mark, what are you doing?
I'm gonna check for survivors. Wait here. And keep out of sight.
We should go.
Someone could still be alive in there.
Whoever did this could still be in there.
I'll bug out at the first hint of trouble. I just can't walk away. Gracie, you stay with Mommy, okay? Daddy will be right back.
God, it's cold. How much further is it?
Just around the corner. Gracie, you ready to be warm? I sure am.
She's asleep.
No wonder she's so heavy. Jeez.
What if they turn us away?
I told you. They're expecting us. It's gonna be okay.
I hope you're right.
Of course I'm right. I'm always right. Oh, shit.
What is it? What's wrong? What's that smell?
They aren't letting anyone through. The bridges and tunnels are all blocked. We can't get back to Crown Heights.
Even after you showed ID?
They said no exceptions.
Motherfuckers. Listen, stay put. I'll make some calls and come back to you quick as I can.
Thanks, Al.
Okay, buddy of mine from Squad 18 says they got room for you.
Holy shit, that's great news.
It's a couple of families from their company in Engine 24. They hold up in the West Village.
Moving up in the world.
A lot of rich folks got the hell out of Dodge at the first whisper of an epidemic. There's plenty of prime real estate sitting vacant over there.
I'm sure the owners would rather have a few smoke eaters camping out in their cribs than a bunch of junkies or infected.
No shit.
hang in there, okay? I'm gonna see what I can do to get you guys off the island, but it might take some time. I don't know how to thank you, Al. Just focus on keeping your family safe.
Hostile control point nearby.
Don't move!
So much power in one finger.
I said don't move!
You wouldn't shoot me in the back, now would you, Theo?
You're rogue, sir.
Keener or Aaron. Not sir. We're equals. I'm not your SO anymore.
They're saying you committed war crimes.
Who, the JTF? People who walled us in to die? Or Isaac?
Whoa. Are you saying Isaac's been compromised?
I know you, Theo. You know how tech can be exploited. I'm just asking, do I seem rogue to you? Or is the problem somewhere higher up?
You need anything? Yeah, 10 guards, 15 medics, and an army of automated turrets. You know, the usual. Glad to see you still got a sense of humor. Hey, if you're not laughing, you're dying, am I right? God, I hope not. Thanks for staying with us. Where am I gonna go? Could have joined the Peacekeepers. No. I like the uniform. JTF still has a nice ring to it, and I know we're doing this for the right reasons. I'm glad someone still got the faith. Hey, these days, all we got is faith. There's no logical reason I'm still alive other than God wants me to be. Because he's got a plan for me, and I'm not gonna fuck it up. No, sorry, big man. I'm not gonna mess it up.
How can you believe that horse shit? You really think Dad had a heart attack?
I really think that's what the doctor said.
He never smoked. He ran 10 miles a day, ate clean. He was a fucking vegan.
Just because he was vegan doesn't mean he was healthy. French fries are vegan.
You know Dad was trying to impeach President Waller for campaign finance violations.
Don't start this shit again, Theo.
Then his autopsy report goes missing.
Theo.
Harry, they fucking cremated him. They destroyed evidence. You ever hear of digitalis? Foxglove? It can stop your heart, and without that report, there's no way to know if they even tested for it. You know he had enemies, all right? Senator Kensington had it out for him. You know she ruined his presidential bid. Harry? Harry? Did you hang up on me? I still can't pin anything directly to Kensington. She was out of DC when it happened, and I don't have any records of meetings or calls with anyone who could carry out a hit. She's smart. Probably knew I would look at her first. I need to find another angle. Even if they use burner phones and have staffers scrubbing their data, there's no way they can completely cover their tracks. Eventually, they'll expose themselves, and I'll be ready. I know Kensington had my dad killed to protect Waller. I know why, I know how, I just can't prove it. Yet. Dragon sent you?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm Theo. Judge. So, where's the executioner?
Dragov said you needed protection.
I don't need protection.
Okay. Look, I know you don't want us here. Stomping all over your precious, whatever the fuck this shit is.
Don't worry about it.
But here's the deal. That red ring puts a target on your back. And Dragov doesn't want anyone to kill you prematurely.
Huh. That's very thoughtful of him.
So we'll stick around until Dragov tells us to leave. Honestly, I don't give a shit, one way or the other. I'm just hoping some division fuckhead will try to kill you so I can get another trophy.
Right. Well, that's cool. Anyway, I'll be upstairs. Attention all agents. This is an emergency alert. The division is compromised.
Portable
You
device
literally
detected.
that you serve a noble cause. That you are empowered to do whatever it takes to save what remains. But you don't know the whole story.
We're not going to be able to do
You don't
anything
know
here
who's
until we have
pulling the
power in the
strings
building.
orders.
Floor plan say there's an electrical room on the second floor. Get in there and
A group that doesn't
do your
want to
magic,
restore
Agent.
democracy and freedom, but
create a fascist plutocracy that only benefits themselves. The division is nothing but a tool to serve itself.
I'm just sitting here with my thumb up my ass until you get the lights back on. No rush.
I know you got this whole grumpy old man thing, and it's worked for you in the past. But it's not working for me. Knock it off and stay off my comms.
You think you can track his server without me? Go ahead. Face it, kiddo. You need me.